feel like I'm so not relatable, and the price was reacting in this M5 order block. I'm just really careful about the people that I do see, because oh my god, this is so crazy. Hey y'all, so today is a Saturday, and from now on I have Saturdays off and I work on Sundays instead, so that's nice. And I just love to have the whole Saturday off. It's just, I love it. The markets are closed and I can just do whatever I want. So surprisingly, I have been backtesting today because I'm in such a flow this week, and especially when the markets are closed, I can focus so much better. I've actually been really thinking lately about how, compared to the last years, I have less friends and just less people to hang out with. And I don't know, sometimes it feels like such a problem because it's like Saturday and I don't have any plans. And a coworker is having a party tonight and I'm not even invited. So that kind of hurt a bit, and I'm like, damn, I feel like I'm so not relatable. And honestly, when I feel like people disrespect my goals, I want to cut them off as soon as possible. I'm like, I don't need you in my life, goodbye. And I don't know if that's toxic or if I'm protecting my vision, but sometimes I'm like, damn, last year I was hanging out with these and these people, and this year I'm not even talking to them anymore. And sometimes that really hurts, but yeah, that's what it is for now. And I'm sure it will get better, but I feel like I'm really in that in-between stage where you can't really relate to your old friends, but you also are not at that level to make new friends. The people who are on that level where you're getting to. And sometimes I think that I might be locking in a bit too hard because, for instance, I think I'm not invited because I'm never really going with my coworkers. Like when they go for drinks, I'm always like, no, I want to go to bed early. I don't want to drink. I want to go to the gym tomorrow and all of that. So why would I be invited now? And also I feel like my life is quite boring and I don't have a lot of fun stuff to tell because I'm just always grinding basically. Like sometimes I feel like I've become a lot more boring over the last couple of years, and I think that's really because I just really want to grind and just I have to lock in. Like there isn't another option for me. There's no plan B. Like I'm not the person that can just have a regular job and just live in the matrix and just no. Hey guys, so it's actually the next week at the moment. It's Saturday again. And yeah, I was pretty emo last week because I was PMSing, but I'm feeling so great at the moment. Like I just know big things are ahead and I'm so excited and just a little bit high on life at the moment. So that's always good. And trading wise, the month hasn't been so good for me. Like it's been so annoying. Honestly, my bias played out perfectly every time, but I'm just not able to capitalize on it this month. So it is what it is. And I wanted to share a loss that I took this week because it could have been a win if I tweaked a couple of things, and I actually learned from it and I want to share what I learned. Also, as you can see, I put up my Christmas tree this week. It's so cozy. And I also got this ornament 2 weeks ago, and this is my future Chanel bag. So yeah. Oh my god, this is so crazy. So the door rang and I actually got a free bag of goodies. This is so kind. I literally got this bag and there's like some cake in it and then water and a pen. It's from some kind of church. How funny is that though? That's why I try to stay on such a high vibration, because I was literally talking about how happy I feel and I get free stuff delivered to my door. That's crazy. Okay, so this is a dollar Swissy trade and this is the daily, and as you can see we were respecting bullish AYs. We were respecting this order block and then this order block over here, and we had a sweep, and then a strong push up, and I'm actually targeting this high over here. So if you look on the 4-hour, I marked out this order block where price could potentially react out of, like a little push down before pushing up again to ultimately target this high. Okay, so now on the 1 hour it looks a bit messy, but I marked out this leg. And then on the M15, this was that leg over here. And this was around time of execution. This was when New York Open Kill Zone started here at 7. And what I saw at the time was that price was reacting in this M5 order block. And price swept over here. Then we had the push up, the market structure shift. And I marked up my fib over here to get the optimal trade entry for my trades. And price actually tagged me out because my stop loss was actually like this. I had a 6 pip stop loss. So I actually got tagged out of this, unfortunately. Obviously I could have targeted all of this, but I'm keeping it simple for this drawing over here. This would have gave me 2.43 R, which was already very good to target this low-hanging fruits, but I was gonna target more than this. But yeah, this was just such an unfortunate one because yeah, we already swept and I already made my stop loss a bit bigger. Like normally I would put it like this, but it just wasn't the one. Price came back to take me out and then continued off. And what I learned from this is that on the M15 we actually had this very clean FEG below that price stepped into before continuing off, and I should have maybe just covered that since I already had a pretty small stop loss of 6 pips, and this would have made it a stop loss of 10 pips. And I could even have picked the mean threshold of this FEG that would be around here, and then I would have still been safe. And also the midpoint of this leg where price ended up bouncing off from, that would have been covered as well. Since that often happens too, like price comes into discount slightly or just bounces off this midpoint of this leg and then continues off. And yeah, I think that was a good lesson to learn. Like even with this wider stop loss, I could have still targeted this high and target 3R easily. So yeah, this was a good lesson for me to just have a bit of a wider stop loss and just not do the eeny meeny stop losses every time, because yeah, price could just sweep again before taking off, since yeah, we had this clear FEG below. So yeah, that's something to look out for in the next times. And yeah, it just is what it is. My bias was right, but my stop loss was just a bit too tight. So that's the update for this week. And yeah, let me know if you ever feel lonely on this journey. Like, I'm very good at being alone. I'm definitely a loner, but I'm also really protecting my vision. And like, it's not that I have to work on trading 24/7 and that I'm always busy and always behind my computer, that I can't see people, but I'm just really careful about the people that I do see, because often people will joke about your journey, and that's just not for me. Like, I just don't want those people in my life, and that can definitely be lonely. But girl, I have higher fucking goals in this life and we're going for it, and this is just part of it, even though it's hard sometimes. And I guess that's also why I'm making this YouTube channel, because if it wasn't for people like Hannah Forex, I'm not sure if I would have been still on this journey, because it's tough sometimes and I just don't feel alone whenever I see other people going through this. And yeah, let me know if you like this, and thank you so much for watching, and I will see you guys next time.